Hi, I'm Dave Cullen. I'm the lobbyist for Sierra Club, Florida, and I'm here to talk about Senate Bill 1506 by Senator Farmer, water management. The simple answer is we have over 20 million people plus 100 million visitors a year, and they're all going to drink water. Hopefully most of them are going to bathe. We need water. On top of that, we have many industries that are entirely dependent on water. Our agricultural industry needs water, our tourism industry, and it's not just water coming out of the tap, but we have to have the water for our natural systems, which are in many cases one of the greatest draws for our tourism industry, which is a significant part of our state fiscal product. We need our springs and our rivers and our lakes. A lot of people come to Florida to enjoy them, and added to that, of course, our beaches. Some of the things that lead to water quality problems are essentially pollution in one form or another. We have what are called nutrients, largely nitrogen and phosphorus, and that occurs from animal waste, from agricultural fertilizer, from septic tank systems that leak. So those are some of the major issues. The non-point source, that's the runoff from stormwater, which carries the pollen that falls down, particularly here in Tallahassee. You know how the streets get green, kind of a greenish yellow? All of that pollen contains a lot of nitrogen. And when that gets into the water, it feeds the algae, and that leads to real water quality problems. The people in Florida get 90% of their drinking water and the water we use in industry and everything else from the aquifer. The Floridan aquifer, which is the one that we generally use, is a large aquifer that starts all the way up in Georgia and Alabama and slides down through Florida and moves southwards. So anything that gets into the aquifer and contaminates it up there is very likely to come down and impact people farther downstream, which is something to be avoided. An aquifer is a somewhat porous geological formation that allows water to move through it. You can think of an aquifer as being a really large sponge. The stress on that resource is twofold. The natural stress would be brought about by drought, but the human cause, the anthropogenic stress, is caused by pumping, and in many cases overpumping. When developments are built, the people that are going to buy those houses or live in those cities are going to need water. And what we do in the state of Florida is we pump the water out of the aquifer and use it on the surface, and then it gets disposed of. If you can't replace it quickly enough, then the water level in the aquifer goes down, and that means that folks with their own wells have to dig deeper wells, which is expensive, and the water just isn't available for all the purposes that people need it for. The 8 solutions deal with the 8 sections of the bill. The water resource is probably our most important natural resource in the state of Florida. We are getting more and more people in the state every year, and we're not getting more and more water. So we better learn how to use it very carefully and make sure that it's there for the people in the future.